Between indifference and boredom, it seems the Danish people are tired of the dramas of their royal family, and Prince Frederik's crisis is at the forefront. Will they be able to regain the good reputation and interest of their people? After 2022, a year to forget when the crisis of annulled princely titles in full swing ruined the end of the year, it was expected that in 2023 the Danish royal family would maintain a low-key and balanced status. But a media storm caused by exclusive readings about Frederick of Denmark and Genoveva Casanova has once again turned the end of the Danish royal year into a media nightmare for Queen Margrethe and her heirs. Although the crisis seems to have subsided, in the lack of interest of the Danish press and public in the personal life of the next king one senses, rather than respect, a certain whiff of boredom along with unanimous criticism. The Danish royal house does not handle crises involving matters of the heart well. The monarch herself eventually admitted, upon seeing her son, Prince Joachim, address the media, clearly moved by the coldness with which his mother stripped her own grandchildren of their titles, that perhaps her management of this type of crisis was wrong. Most appropriate, but a year later, the situation has repeated itself. Rumors of a judicial scandal emerge, and the only solution the participants can come up with is to send a brief statement that their policy is not to comment on or confirm any details related to private matters, even if those private matters include video. Photo essay and future Queen Mary Donaldson, who found out from the press where her husband was while she was traveling around the United States to represent the adopted country. The boredom of royal stories. It is clear to everyone in Denmark that their queen will die Elizabeth II style, in boots. He will never abdicate. And while he remains an admired figure, lately the Danish media has dared to criticize some of his recent decisions or even uglify some details. For example, when she entertained the kings of Spain at a gala dinner during their recent visit to Denmark in November, she appeared in an impressive fur stoles that almost swallowed up her reused dress from Danish designer Birgit Tollev. A sign of luxury in the past, furs that today, at formal events like that evening, are considered politically incorrect, especially in a country that boasts that it will stop selling natural furs by January 1st at the latest. 2025. It didn't help that in his speech welcoming Queen Letizia and King Philip VI, he mixed up the date when setting the wedding day of the kings of Spain, which he moved to June instead of May. In less than a year, the public changed his attitude toward his son Joachim and his grandchildren and became suspicious of the origin of the money with which his son bought a house in Denmark, which turned out to be literally a rat's nest. A successful branch of the family, consisting of Prince Frederick, also failed. The monarch was criticized for allowing Crown Princess Mary to insist that her son attend a private school for the elite, from which she later had to hastily remove him due to allegations of bullying. And so came Genoveva Casanova. Rumors of infidelity have cast doubt on the perfect marriage of Mary Donaldson and Prince Frederick on several occasions. In 2016, the Weekly Heron New accused him of enlisting the services of a professional in these matters, who admitted to his sexologist, a man named Jacob Warwick, that the royal was among his regular clients. A plan to regain the trust of the people at the end of the year. Then, as now, the palace also remained silent in response, and the media, after a bit of excitement, tried to forget. The only difference is that this time the Queen seems ready to regain the lost affection and positive attention with a masterful trick, making everyone go home for Christmas. The latest announcement from the Danish royal house confirms that the Queen will not spend this Christmas alone in Marselisborg Castle, as she did last year, but surrounded by her children and grandchildren. A picture that has not been repeated since 2019, even before the crisis of the princes turned unexpectedly. The Queen will celebrate Christmas Eve with the entire family of the Crown Prince, as well as Prince Joachim, his wife Princess Mary and their 2 children. The group, which will also be joined on December 25th by the handsome Count Felix, the youngest son of Prince Joachim and his first wife Countess Alexandra. The only one who will miss the party is the Queen's eldest grandson, Count Nicholas, who prefers to spend Christmas abroad. Will this Christmas picture manage to win the interest of the press and the public? That remains to be seen.